Kiwi. Okay, I can only tack. I can't fully weld because this is 35 thousandths wire. That's as low as I can go. And I got that stupid undercoating underneath. Some of it is fairly recent and it catches on fire. So this is how I have to do it. You just move around, let it cool. Weld, let it cool, weld. This is gonna be Hey, my father. So when I have people subscribe to me, I go to their channels and I go and look at what their liked videos are, because it helps me find other cool videos and interesting channels. Anyway, I came across this guy, Matthew Slager, and him and I talk occasionally, but check out his channel. I put together some stuff and put it on here. I really like his channel because, as you know, I do a lot of work in the farming community, and so I'm interested in farming channels, and he's got a really cool channel, so check him out. Oh, and in the comments below, tell me what are your favorite channels. I'd like to know. Oh, and tell me why you like to watch them. Think it'll look pretty, but it'll be done.
My name is Matthew Slager, and I'm proud to say that I'm a third-generation Rice Krispie treat farmer. My granddaddy was a Rice Krispie treat farmer, my daddy was a Rice Krispie treat farmer, and I'm just happy to be carrying on the family legacy and tradition of snapping, crackling, and popping out these delicious treats. The most rewarding part of being a Rice Krispie treat farmer is certainly harvest. The hard work we put throughout the entire crop year is represented in these delicious little crispy marshmallow treats. The most demanding part of being a Rice Krispie treat farmer is in the spring when we prepare to put in a new crop. We only seed with high quality Rice Krispie cereal and then let nature run its course. Rice Krispie treat farming is not for everybody. Me, I was born to do it. Nothing like a freshly harvested Rice Krispie treat. Well, we just shut down our harvesters because the rice is just not ripe enough. Unfortunately, we're on our last two fields. We just couldn't get it cut. Tomorrow, over the weekend, there's going to be a pretty heavy storm coming through. About 2 months ago, Clara booked a flight to St. Louis to visit a couple of her Brazilian friends who are living there. Obviously, I was anticipating of being in harvest, the tail end of harvest, but now this break has come on the exact weekend that she's going to be flying to St. Louis. So I've decided to surprise her and fly to St. Louis with her. My bag is also packed. I did that in secret last night. Here's the bag. I had to sneak out of the house with this.
Now it's raining.
Yeah.
And it's the weekend that you're going to be home.
Yeah, probably not being able to do much work, huh?
Probably not able to do much work. I'm going to be gone to St. Louis.
Still has no idea. We're at the airport dropping her off. There's La Nina. There's Clara. I'm going to say goodbye.
Yeah. And then when you're ready, I'll either help you with just so I can get you around.
47.
I'm going with you.
20 with Trump service to Salt Lake City.
Are you serious?
No, I'm not. I gotta get off this plane real quick. So all this hard work that we've been doing to prepare the ground is paying off. We're about to fly the rice seed on this field right about now. This drone here is so ahead of the market, it doesn't even have a model name. And guess what? It's right here on Rice Farming TV. These rice plants have popped. Let's do it.
All right, we got to wrap it up. Folks want to watch your videos and get to know you a little bit better, because I'm telling you, they are great. How do they find you?
Well, you can find me on YouTube. Just type in Rice Farming TV or across the internet, really.
So, Mr. Slager of Rice Farming TV is one of my channels that I like to follow. He does an awesome job with editing these videos. He makes them interesting. He has an interesting life, and that's why I enjoy watching Matt. Anyway, in the comments below, please leave what channels you like to watch and why. I know you like mine, so don't put mine in there. I already know that. But tell me some of the other channels you like to follow. Now, somebody said that they were surprised that, you know, I didn't paint this thing cat yellow. So hang on to your butts. Let's see what happens there. That gives me an idea. I want to make an install video, show you everything that I went through to do all this. I'm gonna put this video in my 440 playlist. If this is something you're considering doing, putting a 5-speed in an old car like this, stay tuned, because you're gonna watch me go through all this, and you're gonna get to see how to do it. Now, I try to be really thorough and concise in my videos, tell you everything that's going to happen. I'm going to show you all my mistakes, and trust me, I've made a ton of them. But the cool thing is I've got some great subscribers. I even have a guy on Facebook. His name's Di Williams. Anyway, he gave me some awesome pointers on installing that. Some things I just didn't even think of. And so I want to thank him for that. But really appreciate the advice that those of you who've done this have given me. So this is going to be a really cool thing in this car. I can't wait to get it done. Silver Sport Transmissions make some cool stuff. I think I paid about $6,800 for the kit. Originally I was going to go with their automatic transmission. They take a General Motors transmission. I can't remember which one it is, but it has, General Motors got smart and they made a transmission where they could interchange the bell housings between the different engines that General Motors produces. And then they've made a bell housing to fit a Mopar. And I considered going with an automatic overdrive, but ultimately I just thought, you know what, pistol grip shifter, old Challenger, big block stroker motor, that's the way to go. So that's what I've done. So anyway, I'm going to try to put together a series of videos and do a final one, just kind of recapping everything. So if you got questions about this, don't hesitate to ask. I'll try to answer them. So I didn't know this. I've had this transmission kit for about a year, but when I took the rear mount out, you can see the box wasn't damaged, nothing was wrong with it, but that's how badly it was bent. And so I got a hold of SST, and they overnighted me a new one. That's service, man. Anyway, so I can keep going today. You saw the defective rubber isolator mount. That was a supplier. They had no control over that. But the awesome thing was I just sent them a picture of it, and they overnighted me a brand new one. And it's hard to find businesses that provide that kind of service anymore. So if you're looking at going with a Tremic, I would check out Silver Sport, because they provide you with tons of information, detailed information how to do this. They have a technical line. If you have some issues or troubles, you can call them. Like I said, they were really good on the mount. They air freighted me another one. I'm extremely happy with them. I mean, everything I need is in this kit. The clutch pedals, everything, the shifter, the drive line, everything I need. It's got a hydraulic clutch, and the instructions are really detailed. So can't wait to show you this and get it all done. All right, we did this kind of backwards. You saw me welding that in at the first of the video. But from this point on, I want to go back to when I started cutting this hole out. For those of you on Instagram and Facebook, you've seen some of this, so just go to the bathroom or something, go get you something to drink. For those of you that haven't, you're going to get to see all that, how I cut the floor out, how I fit the tunnel hump and everything in there. So hope you enjoy it. Okay, Barney, the Challenger, has been here too long, so I need to get going on it. So my mission today is to install this for the Tremic that I have over there in a box. I got a 5-speed Tremic, but this is what happened when the driveline failed. This is the hole in the floor. But this car came out of North Dakota. Oh yeah, she's a good one there. The floor's in real good shape. Jeez. So anyway, you don't see cars like this old with that good of a floor in it. I want to show you, they give you some awesome detailed instructions here. Everything you need to know in here, but here's the part I need to read and comprehendo. So this is what I'm going to go over. That's what it should look like when I get it cut out. Got to be careful not to cut that main cross member out or I'll be in trouble. Okay, starting to cut through it. Got to be careful right in here. There's a big old piece of the frame that goes through here. See, you don't want to cut through that and cut the car in half. Victory is mine. Ha ha ha. How's that? And I didn't even cut the car in two. Sweet. Now I got a bunch of trimming to do. This up here was a P-A-I-N. But one step farther ahead. Okay, I've got the hole cleaned up where this is going to go, and she fits way better now. But I still got some body fender work to do here and right here along this corner. When this thing blew up, man, it really bent things up. So I've got quite a bit of work to do here. But I believe what I'm ready for next is put the engine and transmission in the car and get this tacked in and get this put around here and then cut this out and get a repair piece put in here and then get everything welded in. Anyway, I'm tired. I've had enough for one Sunday.
Okay, kids. I'm having some fun now. Okay, that one's in. Now let's see if we can get this through. These dang bolts are tighter than tiger.
Nope. Jeff wins. And I'm getting the shifter put on there. And then I'll set the tunnel hump on and make sure that that's centered in the right there in the hole. And then I can get that tacked on, get it tacked down good, then remove the transmission and fully weld that in, fix the giant gash in the floor from the driveline failure, and then we can go back in for the last and final time. Woohoo! Alrighty, get the shifter and the boot on, and we got good clearance there. tomorrow I will start dogging this down and we'll tack welding it, get it in there. Gotta love that pistol grip shifter, don't you? Sweet. Can't wait to see if I can tear up the rear end in this. Then I'll be looking for a Dana 60 for it, which is really what it needs. Okay, I've got the tranny in, and I've test fit with the shifter on and everything. You saw that. So I'm ready to tack the cover or the hump on. But tip of the day, the only way you're going to get this lower bolt in the mount is if you put it through the transmission housing from the other way before you put the rear cross member on. So if you'd like, I mean, it's a whole lot easier to get that tranny in without this shifter on it. It just gives you more room. So if you want to do that, just make sure you've got 2 long bolts like this with a spacer, and they go in this way, and the spacer goes between the transmission and this bracket. So on this front hole, what you want to do is take the spacer off, just run the bolt in the other way, and then when you go to put this on, you can get it on, you can get both bolts in. Now, to get this bolt in, you still have to undo the 2 half-inch bolts off the rubber isolator mount in there, right there, and then push the transmission over. But if you got lots of room, by all means, put that baby on first, and then you won't have to deal with any of this crap. I've never done this. I'm sure I can figure it out. Car fab is not my specialty. Heavy equipment, Caterpillar's fab, yeah, I can do that all day long. But if I can put floors and doors and reline the cans and make all that stuff fit and enclose the cabs and build doors, I should be able to do this, don't you think? So my motto is that you can do anything if you want to do it bad enough. If you stare at it, if you ask some questions, you can get it done. So away we go. Okay, I got this thing primed so I can get it fit in there and tack it in, weld it in permanent. But one of the things I want to, just a tip is, you know, this is not real high tensile steel, and so you can bend it around, get it to fit better. So right up here in this little bend, right up at this corner, I just took this out, took it over on the vise and kind of banged a little bit out of that, and that let that go down good, and I've got a really good tight fit here. The only place I'm gonna have much of a problem is right here in this. You can see the gap under there, but I think I can get that dog down. So I'm moving right along here, just gotta keep humping her. So I've got this tacked in, and then I want to thank Di Williams for telling me to use some screws. I had some panhead metal stud framing screws that I used. I had a box full of those. I can't believe I didn't think of that, Di, so thank you for giving me that tip. So I've tacked it in and around the back, and he also suggested I might want to cut this out and get this a piece in there before I go too far, which is exactly what I think I'm going to do. That's a good idea, but right now I'm going to drop the tranny out so that that's out of there, and I can work from the bottom side and make this fit really good. So, man, I really appreciate those of you that have done this before and are giving me some advice, because I'm kind of a virgin when it comes to this. The hammer, ball peen end, and get another one, smack it. A smoke and a pancake. This works. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Put it in there. Look at that, man. That's awesome right there. Oop. I just don't like the way that welds. I'm gonna try the helmet on. Okay, I got no wire. My wire feed speed, I've turned the voltage way down. I need to turn the speed down. That's the problem. So I discovered you can weld a whole lot better when you turn the gas on. But anyway, I got a piece of metal shaped for the hole back here. I've been pounding some dents out, straightening things up. Got this tacked in, screwed up in at the front. I'm going to tear the dash out. I got so much work to do there. It needs rewired. My AC needs to be all replaced and refurbished. I'm going to cover the entire car in here in some hush mat. Get it quieted down. So anyway, this car fabrication stuff, I'm starting to get the hang of it. I think I'm ready for Boyd Coddington or Chip Foose. What do you think? You're probably going to get tired of this, but I got to get this done so I can bring scrapers in here and work on it. That's just the way it is. Sweet. I like making these longer beads where I can. Let it cool off a little and do it again. Got a lot of grinding to do to clean her up though. Of course, it's going to get carpet. Nobody's going to see it, so who cares? I'm not the best MIG welder in the world. I don't do it enough. I need my Jake. I need Jacob.
How many tacks are you at now?
Well, I found that I can go, if I let it cool down, I can go about an inch or so, move right along. It ain't pretty, but it's in there, so.
Doesn't matter.
No, because then I grind it off and put seam sealer. See that stuff up there? That kind of ground, that stuff you put
Can't
over
see
it?
anything right now. I've been outside.
Okay.
I'm like snowblind here.
I was patching this one's gonna be fun because it's nothing straight. I mean, this whole tunnel, it just got beat to death. Up here where the old True Coat is, that stuff don't burn, but this back here where it's fairly fresh and it starts on fire and it starts dripping off on the floor. So I have to be careful how much heat I put in it. If I'd have scraped all that crap off and cleaned it up good, I could weld like that probably. You gotta move quick.
You still got a clutch pedal, so what, did this thing have like a 3 on a tree or something?
I don't know what it had. It had, either they put the pedal in it or something, because it didn't have a tunnel for a manual or I wouldn't be doing this. So it was either 3 on the tree or, well, I don't know. I don't get it. There's no way they could have put a manual in here without a hump. Anyway, I got all the whole new pedal assemblies and the whole shittery, so I got this month's Mopar Muscle, and lo and behold, it's got an article in there. You can literally buy the plug and play harnesses for these. I can't remember who it's from. They'll just plug right in. So I can get rid of all that crap wiring and plug right into the dash and the other stuff and replace it all. Everything under the dash, everything up around the engine, all that. But I'm not sure how much of it underneath I can get. All right, time to get out the seam sealer. And I've never done this before, so we're gonna see what happens there. Okay, wish me luck. So I'm sure this weld is like solid, it just ain't waterproof. So I'm gonna put a light coating on the top. It's probably smeared out with a putty knife or something. And then go underneath and do the heavy. That's hard on the hands, you know. Let's try this. See what this does. Yeah, that ain't bad. Gets wider the farther you go, but that's a spreader out. Never done it before. This is my first time. I'm a virgin, like a virgin. Well, this is sticky poo-poo. I can see where this would seal things up tighter than a bull's ass at fly time. Says you're not supposed to breathe it either, but here I am huffing it. Finger painting. Whee! Okay. Like I said, I don't know what the hell I'm doing, but if she's done, it's in there, man. She's in there. That's all that matters, isn't it? Now I gotta go underneath and squirt it all over. So are you proud of me? I painted that cat yellow. So I think I'm gonna put a cat decal on it too. That'll be awesome. Had to paint something cat yellow. Hey, good Friday morning to you, everybody. I'm out in the shop working on the Challenger and the service truck. Want to talk about some of my awesome subscribers. Want to start out with Stan Hensley. He's from Wisconsin. Joe Bouchard from Connecticut. Travis Greast from Dewey, Illinois. And Chad Simmons from Lakewood, California. Thank you guys for subscribing. And Jay Foremost from Alberta, Canada. Thank you, Jay. Dean Pearson from Rotorua, New Zealand. And Alwyn Lynn from Bundaberg, Australia. Thank you guys for subscribing. The new 2019 Anderson Construction calendars are in the store, along with the swimsuit ones. And for those of you, I want to thank those of you that have bought the calendars and hats. It was totally awesome. I have run out of the Anderson hats. They are on order. I'm hoping by the end of next week they'll be in. So if you have an order in, I will get your calendars and stickers out. If you had a hat ordered, I'll get that out as soon as the new ones arrive. So thank you for that. Also too, want to thank those who've purchased the old Kenny coloring books. That was awesome. Thank you for helping out this starving artist here. Anyway, so hope you enjoyed the video. We're not going to be doing any dirt work here for a while, but I do need to get the car engine in. I've got to get it out of here, and then we're repairing the service truck, and then we're going to start bringing scrapers in and go through scrapers. So there's going to be a lot of fix-it videos. I've got to have those scrapers done and ready to roll by probably March sometime, and they've got to have 0 oil leaks because of where I'm going. So that's going to be a challenge. Either that or I got to put diapers on them. So anyway, stay tuned for that.
It's alright, it's alright. You know I love this life I lead.